Hello and welcome to the next video in our series, How Do I Teach? Today we will be looking at rounding. So to begin with, we will look at how to round to the nearest 100, to the nearest 10 and the nearest integer. To begin with, it must be noted that an integer means the nearest whole number. The principle for rounding is the same no matter where the place value. So for example, if we begin with our first example to the nearest 100, so we find the digit that's in the hundreds place value, which is this 4 here, so it's worth 400, and we look at the number after it. So in school we often tell children to place an imaginary line or to draw a dotted line so they can separate from the number afterwards and identify the important influencing number. So the number after it, if this number is 5 or more, then the number that we've highlighted will be rounded up. If it is 4 or less, however, then the number will round down. So we'll have a look at these examples now. So the 9 here is going to round the 4 up, so it becomes 2, 3, 5, 0, 0, and the 2 zeros are place value holders. Okay, and the same principle if it was in the tens of thousands or the thousands. Now if you look at the tens, so this time I'll change color, you can see the 9 is in the tens value, in the tens place value, and it has a 6 after it. The 6 is going to cause it to round up. And then we have an issue where after 9 comes 10, but in each place we can only put one digit, so that 9 is going to become a 10, so a 0 remains in its place and the 1 is carried on and it adds on to the 4, so you end up with 2, 3, 5, 0, 0 again, even though they're rounded to different accuracy. With regards to integer, so we're interested in the number that is in the units, as it used to be called, and now in many primary schools they call it the ones. So we're interested in the 6 that's next to the decimal point, so we look at the number after it. Here we have a 4. The 4 does not cause it to round up, so the number will round down and we end up with this. If we move on to decimal places, so what's meant by decimal places are the numbers that occur after the decimal point. So the first number after the decimal point is 4, so that would be, if we were to round, that would be the number to one decimal place, that would be the number that we're interested in. The 5 is in the first 5 is in the second decimal place, and so on. So let's try and round this to 2 decimal places. So we look at the number after the 5, so the 9 is going to round it up, so you end up with 2, 3, 4, 9, 6.46. Okay, and the rest of it vanishes. You do not put in zeros for the place value holders. That only occurs on the other side of the decimal point. So this is to 2 decimal places. If I enter in a 0 here, that's now 3 decimal places, 4 decimal places, and so on. And the same principle applies of rounding no matter which decimal point that you are after. Okay, I hope this helps. Thank you.